Welcome back, guys. We're at it again. Yes, that's right. I have changed the podcast name yet again. Third time is a charm. Talking Taboo with Tara. I'm going to be talking with people that are telling their stories that are unfiltered. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's podcast.
Welcome to the Talking Taboo with Tara podcast, where Tara presents the unfiltered interviews with guests about today's taboo topics. And now here's your host, Miss Tara.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we have Sean with us again. Welcome back, Sean.
What's going on, everybody?
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
You've been doing good?
We are doing good. As a matter of fact, welcome everybody to the Talking Taboo with Tara. Taboo Tara in the house as the host.
There he is. Welcome back, everybody. Today we've got quite a few subjects we're going to talk about and see where it goes.
Yeah.
One night stands. How do you feel about them?
Depends if I'm feeling it. That's how I feel about it. You just wipe it off with a tissue and go on with the next one. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
That was for the show. That wasn't for real. That was for the show.
Pretty much that's what it is.
But yeah, something like one night stands, we've all had them. I've had them.
Yeah.
It's not the full end-all cure-all. It's not the full satisfaction. It was fun. You get a rush from somebody liking you, digging you. And most likely this stuff happens from a bar scene or a dating app or whatever. And it's not something, when I go to date, it's not something I'm looking forward to or trying to get. It depending on who it is, how fast the connection went, if the situation was right, and go for it. But if you're asking what I think about it, definitely be careful out there. If you don't plan on coming back and you guys are just going to smash for a night, have fun.
So basically you're saying if you only have sex chemistry, go for it. But if you have a connection, don't.
No, I'm using the reference as protection. If you're going to just bang somebody one time and be gone, don't go bareback. That's a good tip. If you're going to do it, be safe. Be smart enough to take one with you. Shit does happen. We can't act, I'm not like that. We all do things that we're all not like sometimes, so it's just best to cover it up, man.
Absolutely.
Ladies,
now,
whatever.
When you do use your condom, I have a question.
It's merging into another topic, of course, yeah.
Do you tie your condom up after you're done with it, or do you just drop it, or do you just drop it in the trash can? Do you flush it?
I flush it in the toilet.
You do flush it?
Yeah.
Do you take it off? Do you let your girl take it off?
I take it off. I take it to the bathroom with me while it's hanging on the Johnson still. There's like that, yeah. So why is that a question, though? I'm just curious about it.
I've been doing some research, and it was on this Reddit post that this guy thinks that his girlfriend got pregnant by using the condom.
Oh, now I see where you're going with this, because I wouldn't even think along those lines.
Yeah.
That's shady, okay.
I've had a guy ask me before what I've done with the condom, and I'm like, dude, I flushed it. It was laying on the floor. It was disgusting. Why would you leave it laying on my floor? No, it's not how I roll. So I picked it up and I threw it away. And I think that he thought that I might want
push it back inside out into you or something.
Yeah,
I don't know if that stuff's going to work anymore.
Maybe because of the contraceptive that's on it.
As soon as the air hits, it's like a fucking like us landing on Mars.
How is that? Because when they jack off into a cup, when you're using
you're capping it off when you're done, though.
Yeah, but it still air hits it. That makes no sense. Now I know in condoms there is a contraceptive that's inside them that kills the spermicide. That's what it's called. Yes.
I like those. I always felt safer with those if I was doing whatever. Most of the time, if I'm bareback and I got to know the person or I'm planning on doing more, and just stick with that person, whether it be for a period of time or longer, whatever. Those are the boundaries I'm talking about. If something like that is going to go down, then I'd rather, if there's no protection, just foreplay it out. That's safe. You guys, think about that, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it though?
It's fun.
Floor playing it out. Is it safe though? Because if that person has herpes and they have an outbreak and you go down on them, you're gonna have herpes on your mouth.
That's true. That's oral sex. So you guys probably shouldn't do any of that. Any transfusional activities.
So people, be on the lookout for any warts, bumps, anything that doesn't look normal. When you've watched porn, you've seen clean pussy. That's what it should look like.
Yeah.
If it's got anything out of the ordinary, run. Put your pants on, get up,
and run.
That's women and men.
Don't even take chances on ingrown hairs, I guess, now, huh? I got scars on my waist from ingrown hairs.
I've got some. I've got on my coochie,
there's
too.
no bump. It's just a mark. It's like a black dot. Somebody took a marker.
And dotted your ass. I've got one, too, on my pussy.
Listen,
that's funny that you said that.
This thing fucking reoccurs in the same spot, so I know it's not that. I've been tested because of a scare like about 4 or 5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know what was going on, so I went and got tested. I went to the public
health department.
It was free, so I was like, look, man, I said I got this going on. It fucking hurts. Sometimes it pops up and then goes away. So I'm scared. Did I fuck up somewhere down the line? Did I get a herb? I'm like, this is going to destroy my life. And they ran everything. No, you don't have anything. Like, you got an ingrown hair. Stop shaving with a razor down there. That might be the best thing. So I use like a separate pair of clippers with a comb on it.
Uh-huh.
So I don't skin it down.
There you go.
So now it's just scars and there's no current ingrowns. Oh, that sucks ass. So yeah, you could fool people with that, and they'll be like, "Oh,
you
what
can
is
tell
that?"
a
It's like
scar from a wart or herpes. Like herpes is a cluster of a bunch of open sort. This is what I've seen.
I've never seen them before.
This is what I've seen.
And
in
if you
books.
have seen them before, you probably got them.
No, in books. I've never seen them in real life. I don't have anything.
There's 2 types I heard. There's one that you can get rid of, and there's one that's stuck with it for life.
Yeah, A and B. Herpes A and B.
Yeah.
So one's in your blood system, and the other one you just
we all have it. It's just
right
when you, I don't know exactly how you get it, other than having sex, clearly, but
food. Hepatitis B is through food. Hepatitis B is through food. Or someone that...
And C is like blood transfusion.
Yep.
My father died of the hepatitis C. Most of that was probably prison tattoos, and both sides had dirty needles.
Your dad used heroin?
Bought it. He used it while he was a seller. He was a baller selling it, and then he became the user. And then was doing odd jobs for, not going to mention gang members from the Mexican side and the white biker sides, doing jobs for them so that way he could get product to sell, but he just kept using it too. Cocaine, heroin, stuff like that.
My dad was a drug dealer too.
Yeah.
And then he started using his own product.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
I know I've grew up with a lot of people that are good people, but they're shady people because the business they're in, what was in. I've watched somebody go from gold Dayton wheels on their cars with the hydraulics and systems to being like teeth, every other tooth is gone. And can't make fucking sense. They're slobbering. They got bad hygiene. They're sweating for no reason. It's not even hot enough out. I tried to tell people that. I'm like, dude, I've watched people go from the baller to the user. I've seen it many times.
I have
many fucking times. A real dealer just don't use the supply.
Ever.
There's no sense of that. Yeah, if you're a dealer, I feel like it's an evil act. You know what you're doing to people, right? And you're making a killing off of it.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the drug dealers back in the early 90s, America wouldn't be what it is right now because of all the recession. Drug dealers is what kept us up in the 90s. All the crack sales. You didn't know that?
That's not what kept this country together.
It kept it going. I know that.
That's funny when they say crime doesn't pay because it certainly
does.
It
don't. Yeah.
It certainly does.
The government has the drugs brought in and they get a part of it. They have to.
That's why they love convicting people. I don't care if it's small crimes, big crimes. The law processes you. You're slated like a fucking item in the warehouse.
You got a number when you're born, and they give you another number when you go to prison.
It's fortunate for me I never saw prison, but except for Scared Straight or visiting my dad. So, yeah, I have walked through prison gates before, but...
Right, me too.
Not for the wrong purpose.
Yeah, my dad would never let me go see him, but I saw him when he was in jail, but when he went to prison, he wouldn't let me come see him. He didn't want me to see him there. Did your dad ever get clean?
Yeah, he eventually did.
He did?
2007. He got out, got paroled. He didn't know how to use a computer very well, but he got paroled in 07. We went and seen him and stuff like that, and then hooked him up with the internet and got him POF, the Plenty of Fish dating site, and he found his fucking wife on there.
Really?
Shit. They were together like 10 years, and then he passed away and just fell over.
Oh, wow. So your dad is no longer with us then?
No, he's been gone since 2016, I believe.
Okay.
It's been a while now. I didn't see much of him throughout life. I
In
didn't
and
have
out
a
of
lot of
prison?
yeah, I didn't have a lot of meat on the bone of that, and he just never wanted to replace any time. He didn't really have nothing to say. He didn't have no care in the world for me. Just I think he liked my mom more than me, but they were never married. They never had a long relationship. He got in trouble shortly after I was born. So, Ohio, the reason for me being here is because my mom, she's from here, and all my family related. Now, I spent pretty much a little over half my life here too, going back and forth, and it's just because of my dad's patterns. What I'm telling you now is what kept knocking me back here. For a while, they didn't want me there because, you're going to get in trouble.
Because that's
We got to keep him
L.A.
away. Huh?
It's San Francisco, L.A., close to it.
San Diego.
Or San
We're
Diego?
next to LA. We're only like an hour south. Hour and some change, honestly.
So they thought you were going to get, what, wrapped up in the gangs?
Yeah, because everybody seemed to live in the gang territory. But I'm like somewhat a black sheep, but everybody likes me. But they know I'm a son of my dad. They know him more than me. So in recent times, they see me often when I go out there. I'm just like the better version, a better polished version of my dad. I'm not out there getting in serious shit. I don't want that life. I just don't want it.
That's good. You're not supposed to want it.
He was all about it. Half his life
Right.
was dedicated to it. He had 18 years
Behind bars?
It's a total rap sheet. That wasn't in one setting. As long as one setting was probably 9 years, but before that it was probably 3 or 4 years here and there. So just different shit. Breaking and entering, robberies, drug sales, violent crimes. The very last one he had he was an enforcer. That's what he was. People would pay him regardless if he was affiliated with another gang. So if I'll just throw some random street clique out there. We'll use MS-13 since everybody's heard of them, but that's probably not who he did. Maybe he did. But obviously I'm not going to say that on a station. But let's just say it's an XYZ gang or whatever, and they're not even affiliated. They'd pay him to collect that.
Really?
You owe money, you get your door kicked in, or you get stopped sitting in your car and there's a gun to your cheek. So-and-so said they need this and you haven't paid. You know why I'm here.
Oh, so he would... Okay, I got it
That's
now.
what an enforcer is.
Yeah, he's the one that collected the money for...
He's Vito coming to your door with a pistol. You know what I mean? I don't need to talk much. This is what you owe me. This is what I'm here to get. If not,
I'm busting kneecaps.
freeway's right over there. I really hate to do that. I'd rather just get the money. That's basically, it's almost like I'm living through him at the moment, but that's how he did his business. That's what got him in trouble. It's not worth it, man.
No.
Not these days. Shit, that was before the Ring cameras on people's doors and
Right.
cell phones. A little easier to pull shit like that off. But now you can get caught so easily. Everybody's got a camera.
Oh, fuck yeah. There's so many
Everybody
cameras.
does.
You're not getting away with shit anymore.
Not really.
You always get
Can't do-
fuckers.
Nope.
And
It's
they
the whole
got the cameras
paraphernalia.
now. Yeah, now they got the body cameras, and they can't take your weed and say, "Oh, I didn't take his weed," because that's how they did me back in the day. They always take my shit.
Pour
They
it out. Make
always.
you walk on it.
Huh?
Make you stomp it out and shit. In Chula
Are
Vista,
you fucking-
California, they did.
No, here they steal my weed and take it and smoke it. Make me stomp it out. Really?
In Cali and Chula Vista, me and my friend were packing a bowl, and the cops there look like fucking SWAT enforcement. It's crazy.
Damn.
They rolled up on us, and they found it. They shook it out on the grass. I was like, I want you to step on it. So I fucking did a fake stomp. I used the tip of my foot instead of going heel down. Went like this and didn't hit a bud. He left, went on the fucking corner. We just stood there and made sure he didn't wrap back around to see what we do. We're fucking flashlight on the ground.
Picking up
Got
big
the
buds.
biggest buds you can get because all the little crumb shit just went wherever. I remember those fucking days. Now it's legal there too. So I've got 3 or 4 different marijuana charges in California from like early 2000s.
I have like
late
6
90s.
here.
I've got more. I've probably got hundreds here.
Between marijuana, paraphernalia, and I think I got 6 altogether. Like, I got a long record when it comes to weed. Like, unreal.
I think it's all expungible now. It's like they don't count now.
Really? That would be nice.
Basically automatic expungement. So in other words, whatever you had in the past, it's just null and void.
Because it's legal.
If it came up, we can't hold that against them. It's no longer legal. Yeah. So you have what they call a automatic expungement.
Okay. Uh-huh. That sounds nice.
Yeah, they decriminalized it before they legalized pot here in this county.
Really?
Yeah, so they went ahead and decriminalized it. If you get caught with weed, they're just not even going to write you a ticket.
That's
They don't
awesome.
prosecute. They did. That was before the legalization. They did that. I don't know if you remember that or not.
No.
So the city of Columbus would just, if they found it on you, they hand it back to you as if it was legal. They're just looking for the paraphernalia. Can you do it in your vehicle? That's, if you can hide that, then you're good. But I know the trick.
What do you mean? Like, I roll blunts. I don't have papers.
That means if you lit it, then it's paraphernalia. If it's freshly rolled and you haven't lit it, then it's not.
Oh, so you can freshly roll them and not light them?
Well, somebody had told me that if you have a bowl with resin in it, that's paraphernalia.
That's
Clearly.
always paraphernalia. They got me for papers for paraphernalia that you buy at the fucking gas station. Yeah. In a cellophane. Back in the day when I smoked cigarettes, I had a cellophane. The very bottom had 2 buds in it. They got me for paraphernalia and motherfucking weed. Like a gram of weed. They charged me with gram of weed.
I would get by with that before they illegalized it. Or before they legalized it, I would separate my paraphernalia from my buds. Or I would just put the buds on there with it. There's a simple trick to this. Okay, does everybody know about those drawstring bags that are small? They're like, looks like eyeglass cases or silk bags.
Yeah.
You pull the string and it's got a loop. You take that loop and you open the hood of your car, and there's this hose. As long as you're not by anywhere hot in the engine, you can just wrap it around that and pull it through the loop, and you got a bag just dangling under the hood. So if they ever go searching for your shit, no matter what they smell, they're never going to look under your fucking hood, your engine. Most dealers wouldn't put it there anyway, because like products like cocaine or all those powder drugs, they melt under heat, so nobody's putting shit there, so mainly they won't go there. So I got by with that for years.
Did you really?
They put dogs on my fucking car. Dog would act weird for a second, but they just couldn't find it. Like, you gonna tear my car down because you smell a little bit of weed? No. Have a nice day. That was a nice trick. I've never heard a cop say, pop your hood. No, they ask if they can search your car and look through your trunk and your seats and glove boxes and everywhere else they can find it, door panels. They're not looking under the hood of your car. Ever. Put your paraphernalia there. It's glass. It can handle the heat.
True. I don't like bowls, though. I never
I
have.
mean, you do it, your pre-rolls, stick them in a container and do the same thing, get by with it.
So, how do you feel about ghosting people? So, you were talking to them, and everything was going fine. Then all of a sudden, no more contact, no more communication, no more nothing.
That fucking happens all the time anyway.
Really, with
All
who?
the motherfucking time. That's just normal course for dating. That's normal course. It happens to men and women. I don't know why people do it, but
Ghosting is never talking to them ever again.
if I do that, it's because I truly ain't feeling them, and I'm not even trying to fuck.
Damn.
That's when I do that, and if they piss me off. But if they're nice, because I'm a realist, I'm more of a humble guy. Not everybody might not be like that, but you'd have to really fucking throw me off to make me do that, not want to talk to somebody ever again. Like, literally, I would at least say, I don't feel you like that. We're just probably better off as friends. That would be me today. If somebody does that, it means they don't have the balls to say that.
Exactly.
You see what I mean?
I can't stand that. Or they're keyboard warriors and will break up with you over the motherfucking text. Instead of being a man and calling you or saying, look, I don't think this is going to work. I don't think that we're compatible, or we want different things. Whatever the case may be. I just don't see why it's so hard to open your fucking mouth and speak.
Because people are cowards these days. They're socially awkward and they don't know how to act. They don't know how to conduct that.
Yeah, but our generation is not like that.
But we're talking about our generation. But
our generation is really
fading.
Bad about ghosting people.
We're bad about it, or the new generation's bad?
We are.
Why are we bad at it?
We did it. Like, I think we're the ones that came up with it, to be honest. Generation Z, they're X.
No, Generation Z, I'm so glad I'm not one of them.
Okay, that's millennials.
No, millennials are people in their low 30s, late 20s. Gen Z are your children right now. They're Gen Z.
Oh, okay. See,
We're
I'm
X.
confused.
We're at the end of
Okay,
X.
we're X.
We're the last generation X's, and then it rolls into millennials. So we're X millennials, basically, is what we are. I'm just 2 weeks fading out of X, going into
Really?
millennial. Yeah, that's weird.
How is that?
I don't know. They have a marking, a year mark for that.
For when it's the new generation, it
For
doesn't.
when it's a new, yeah. I don't know what it is.
It's not the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
I think it's every 10 years, isn't it? That changes the
Right, but
generational pattern.
so like it's 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. That's the millennials. So yeah, every 10 years they come up with a
Yeah, we're almost due for another one.
alpha, beta. That's going to be the
God
new ones.
forbid.
After Generation Z, it's Generation Alpha, Beta, Charlie, all that.
I feel sorry for the world from this point on. 'Cause
Well,
we're old, and these idiots are going to be the ones sticking needles in our arms. Because they don't have no common sense. They're getting dumber. It's just crazy.
they are. They
Fucking
are.
ignorant.
Our kids are getting dumbed down because of the school system.
You got AI. You want the... Fuck, since Google, you got all the answers.
You don't need to know anything anymore.
If I had this technology, I'd be that student everybody loved. You know why? Because you told me to go home and do my homework. You didn't say I couldn't cheat. That's the leading part to cheating on fucking schoolwork is taking it home. Nobody sees you do it. You don't know if your parents helped you with it. You don't know if you went online to do it. It's all there. Now you can take a picture of your homework and put it on AI and it'll solve all the problems on that sheet.
Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
And show the work?
You
Or
have
just give you
no
the
how-
answers?
AI's fucking wicked. I can have them...
I know, I use AI to edit.
Yeah, you could just tell it to do the things. Like, just make me a Excel
No.
spreadsheet to...
Yeah, somewhat. I can micromanage it, but when it's all said and done, I have to listen to it and see what still sounds right and don't sound right. I still have to pick and choose what to edit out and what not to. But it does get rid of pauses. It does get rid of filler words. It does get rid of gaps. Like, it gets rid of all kinds of shit. I fucking love it.
It's badass.
It is. It is the new shit.
So you literally, these days, you don't even have to think for yourself. It's just, you don't have to.
You got to think for yourself.
What? How many times wipe your ass?
I don't wipe
I
my ass.
know.
I use a bidet. Huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
You do a thing that sprays your butt?
And then I wipe after it sprays my ass. Fuck yeah. I know my shit's clean.
How does that do? How's that work? Does
It
it feel
goes up
good?
in there, squirt. Like it shoots up in your asshole. And cleans the inside, outside.
Ain't that one of the oldest forms of before toilet paper, pretty much?
I guess the kings and queens used to use them. When I saw a bidet, I did not know how to use it. But a bidet toilet seat, I know how to use. Because I still sit there. Over a bidet, you don't sit down, you just over top of it. Like you...
You stand up over it?
Yeah, you stand up over top of it. A real bidet, you stand over top of it. Or you squat over it or whatnot. And then the bidet that I have is a toilet seat bidet. And it comes out the toilet seat. And it aims for your puss or your asshole. It goes both places. So, I rinse myself every time I get done using the bathroom. I'm clean. Like, clean.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, I don't like smelling like urine anyway. And I hate toilet paper. It leaves all kinds of shit behind on me. Like when I wipe the white balls and shit. Ugh. I'm good.
Like when I wash my ass, I always, every once a blue moon, because I get up in there with my hands. You know?
Oh, you stick a finger up in there and clean it?
No, on the outside of my asshole. I'm not going up in.
Oh, you're not going up in?
No.
Okay.
No. Maybe to an extent, just a tiny bit. Just, you know, you want to get that shit clean.
Clean,
As fuck,
yeah. That's the whole point of washing. When you're having sex with somebody for the first time, do you think it's always awkward?
Yeah. Kinda.
It is.
You gotta learn somebody a little bit.
Yeah. It is always awkward. I don't know why.
They might ride you funny at first because you can't figure out how to. Some girls, like, their legs don't go all the way up so they can sit down a little further. You know that part?
Yeah.
Where you got to take your knees, like for the girl
Because
anyway.
I'm tall, yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, to get your angle and shit.
Yeah.
So that's awkward. And then getting on top too, there's once a blue moon of girls tying their legs behind me to where I can't really get up in there like I should. The legs are almost down all the way, almost.
Cowgirl?
Doing a butterfly on her back.
Oh. I don't know what you're talking about. You have to show me.
To show me.
I didn't mean like that, but...
All right, hold on, guys. We're about to get her legs in the stirrup.
Okay, so legs are
At
up.
the end of the show, she's going to give me a happy ending on the show.
Okay, so explain it to me. Legs up.
There's no legs up in what I'm talking about.
Then what are you talking about? Legs straight down? Oh.
Okay,
Her or
imagine
him?
her. Guys don't spread their legs. Jesus. If a girl... Okay, instead of going back, she's going like this, flat. He gets inside and she's wrapped behind his fucking thighs.
Oh, she's just taking his ass and straight pushing him in. I do that all the fucking time.
Don't do that.
Why?
The guy can't fucking do his thing like that.
He's not supposed to. I'm taking control at that time. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
I don't know.
I didn't like the thing where you say you lay your hips on somebody and just
I don't remember saying anything like that.
You sat there and you said when you're doing missionary, because I was complaining about men laying on top of me, and you were saying my hips are going to be on you, and I'm like, what do you mean your hips? I'm like, oh yeah, you're a dead fuck. That's right. You got to lay on the person to. You don't remember this conversation? I do.
Yeah, I do, but you just, your whole picture thought process is nowhere what I'm talking about.
Probably not.
You said about a guy laying his weight on you, and then I tell you my hip. In other words, I'm up like a pit bull, where my upper body is not crushing yours, but my hip is definitely on yours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you still got to get on your knees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get all the way up in there.
Yeah.
Do you have sex, or have you ever had sex with food?
Hell no. What kind of food does people fuck? Like the American Pie?
That's what I came in my mind.
Yeah.
Actually, today I heard a guy listen to this shit on Reddit. This one of the stories was on Reddit that he had 2 jars of peanut butter. Okay, one jar was for him to eat out of, and the other jar,
I'm just getting the egg. Go ahead.
the other jar was for him to stick his penis in for his girlfriend to suck the peanut butter off of. In the apartment that they lived in, they exclusively have. Everybody has their own cabinet. Everybody has their own shelf in the fridge, blah, blah, blah. This one guy kept getting in his fucking food, and he had a red X on it, and it said extreme or something, like this is used for extreme stuff.
Yeah.
And it had a red X, and it was labeled, but it was in his cabinet. And dude got into his cabinet and ate some of the X peanut butter instead of the other peanut butter. And dude was like, am I the asshole for telling him that he just ate my dick peanut butter? Or am I the asshole for not telling
Imagine
him?
if he busted in it.
No, just to stick his dick in it hard. Just so there's enough peanut butter on there that so his girl has something to lick on and suck on. Like a dog.
That's gross. That's not a bucket list of mine, people.
You're not into food and sex? Not at all?
I've had the whipped cream licked off me and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. That's a lesser of the... Chocolate syrup's too sticky. It's messy as fuck unless you're heading straight to the shower after some dirty shit. Then cool. I hate when somebody wipes my sweat off. That pisses me off.
You hate
I hate it.
when someone takes a towel and wipes the sweat off of you when you're having
You had
sex?
to include towel. You know how you females do it. You take your palms right on their forehead and...
Because you're about to drop on us.
It's only sweat.
But you're about to drip it on us.
What about that towel you said you had?
Usually I have a towel when I'm having sex, yeah, so to catch the cum when it's coming out of me. But I'm not taking my hand and wiping your forehead. I'm using a towel. The fuck? Ew!
Oh.
It gets sweaty. I know that. It gets sweaty. It gets hot. When it starts dripping on me, I gotta stop.
That's why I try to mediate the speed. a little bit because I hate sweating too crazy. Like I said on a couple episodes before, you're like fast sex. I used to think about that's how you had to do it all the time. Remember when we were talking about being younger? You thought the deeper, the harder, the rougher.
Fuck
that
that.
girl's gonna fucking love you for life.
You're gonna fucking break her in half is what you're gonna do.
And I
Make her
think
so
that's
sore.
what you had to do. But
No.
these days it's about artistry and knowing to get your partner. Just fill them out.
Yeah, getting the one in their body, yeah.
That might be the fun part when somebody new is finding out their trigger, and then you could tell that you did. They make that reaction like, okay, that must be it. I must be doing something right. So
It's something I like, yeah.
because I think for the people listening, you can't judge sex from somebody that you just banged once.
No.
Give it time. It might get seasoned better.
Yeah.
I think through that experience, it does get better.
What?
It'll hit a ceiling, of course. It hits the best it can get, and that's the end of it. It tears the what?
Seriously? You really feel that way? Wow. Sucks to be you, dude. Everything
Sucks to be
always...
me. It sucks to be everybody then.
No, because... And... Whenever it's always gotten better. Are you kidding me? It's never plateaued. Sex life? No, my sex life has always gotten better and better. With each partner.
It's gotten better with each partner.
Yeah, and it seems like the longer I'm with that person, the better it gets, and the more feelings and emotions that are attached to it.
If there is.
What do you mean if?
I mean if.
I'm not with them just to fuck them.
Exactly. If you have the feelings, then yes, it can get better. If you are in love and stuff, the hardest thing to find these days.
Well, what I came to find out, it was one-sided.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
So you were enjoying yourself. This person was like, I'm here, I'm nut.
No, they were enjoying themselves too. It's just they were cheating on me the whole time.
I used to use a sex buddy as obviously for sex, but not to see him once. I want to see him. I like my sex partners to be repeats.
Yeah, I always had.
I think that's the best way. To expect you've already cracked the ice, and it's not weird to grab their ass out of nowhere now. You know what I mean? You got to that point.
Okay, how I've ended up with my sex buddies is that we dated at one point, and it didn't work out. We both went our separate ways, but we were really good in bed together. We had great chemistry in bed.
Sex with your ex.
But when he would meet somebody or I would meet somebody, we would break it off and tell him, like, look, we're seeing someone right now, so we're not going to have sex anymore. But once that other person was single again, or when we both got single again, then we would start fucking again. And that's just how it worked. Like, we were open and honest with each other. I'm seeing this person, I can't fuck with you right now. And that's how it worked for years with him and I. And his name was Will. Will Guthrie.
I had exes like that, too. 20 years fucking later, ex-girlfriend from middle school. Come around in my 30s, bang it out.
Okay. Seriously?
Yeah.
20 years later, these bitches are hitting you up saying, let's fuck?
So I'm 30.
30 years
And,
later.
you know, the girls that I had crushes on back in the day that would never give me a chance, 20, 30 years down the line, even up to this day, they hit me up. Not outright saying, do you want to fuck? They want to date. That's what they want to do. They want to see, hey, I should have picked you. Motherfucker, I'm going towards 50 in 4 years. It's too late. Now that I age better than the assholes you had, and you ain't that cheerleader no more, and you ain't popular no more.
And you ain't skinny no more.
And you're not skinny no more, and you're in the fucking real world, now you want to call me.
Yeah.
I haven't gave any of them a chance.
None?
I won't. This is my satisfaction, and hey, it's too late. You had your time, I'm having my time now. My time's on the back end. Being older. I was always attractive. Like, for a dude in my teenage years and 20s and stuff. But women were mean. They didn't give a fuck how good you look. It was who had more power. They wanted the older guy, the guy that was more established and stuff. That's natural for a female to want an older guy. It's just how they're wired. You know what I mean?
That's how I was too.
So that all goes into the saying that women are more attractive to the power they have, or maybe they care about how smart they are, or their physique could play a role, personality and stuff like that. But for the most part, in that time, men remember how shitty they were treated because they were just a year or two younger. And that guy had the car, and I didn't have one quite yet. I was 17. No, we remember that shit. Men, we fucking remember that shit. You women think you could just come back later on. It's all good. You fucking dissed me on my best years and your best years, and it's over now. And you're getting old, and I'm getting old, and now you want a fucking peace when you can't have any fun no more. You gave up your best years to these idiots. And her name, I'll tell you her name. Her name's Misty, but I ain't saying the last name. But her name's Misty. And she knows it because she's apologized for it. It's not like she's trying to hide it. She knows she fucked up.
Oh, she apologized to you for it?
Yeah. She's been trying to get me back past couple years. But, I mean, she is, once again, you don't hear me ever talking shit too much about girls I know. Once again, this is someone else I have nothing bad to say about. Because she is my best girlfriend, like, as a girl. She's my best friend because she was my first childhood friend when I was in the single digits, elementary school. Rode the bus together as friends. She always dated my friends. And she got knocked up by some dude who was 18. She was 15.
What?
And then they got together. He beat the shit out of her. And then they had another kid. And then he died from a heroin overdose. And then she married his best friend. They just got divorced after 15 years. Here she is hitting me up. Oh, you like me, huh? That girl was my fucking crush growing up. Is chasing me today. And I diss her. In the years I waited for an opportunity like that. Oh, you get smart too late. I'm just like, it's just not going to happen. I don't see you like that.
You're not attracted to her at all?
Not even physically. I don't even want to fuck.
What?
Nope.
Really? Wow, your whole appearance, your whole demeanor and everything, like, nope.
No. Can't, man. I wanted...
She broke you.
Yeah, man. It's a childhood thing, but she's my friend still. It's a double-edged sword because this is my best chick friend. I'm always going to be a friend to her for the rest of life. I think that if she needed my help with something, I'd definitely do it. I gave her the advice to leave her current husband because that guy just really was vulgar towards her. He disrespected her in front of family. He treated her like dog shit. She deserves somebody good. It's just not going to be me. It's somebody good, but not me. I honestly, if she would have aged a little better and took care of herself a little more, I think that I could have forgave some of it, but I think I would have had a little jealousy or insecurities that she dated 3 of my friends. And I remember back in the day, all the talk behind the scenes, the locker room talk that we had and how she fucks and what she won't and will do. I already knew all this stuff from my friends.
Oh, my.
She dated in middle school. Okay, this is middle school. She dated my friend Eric P. Another friend of mine, Aaron. Another friend of mine, Tony. And then I was friend with Jason, the one she was with for 20 years. I know all of her relationships she's ever had. She's only had 4 men in her entire life. That's it. She don't know nothing like that. That's another thing. She wouldn't know what to fucking do. If I put the freak mode on her,
she'd fall in love.
Hooked.
Yeah, she'd fall in love.
Done. She'd be like, yeah, her fucking 20, the ex-husband of hers that's 20 years older than her, it didn't rock her pussy. There's no way.
Look at you over here being confident and cocky. I could rock this bitch's world, but I'm not going to.
No. She dissed me all my life. I hated it.
I had dealt with the same shit. I was
Could have been the Notebook story. Could have been.
Oh, look at you, romantic.
Yeah, I know about that.
I love that. That movie is good.
I have a heart. I just choose not to use it.
Why?
Because I have a hard time these days getting emotionally connected. I don't believe in it. There's so much phoniness in the world. I just can't get myself there. Can't do it.
You can't fall in love with somebody.
I don't know what it would take. I really don't know what it would take. I feel bad saying that. I do. I feel bad saying it. I feel like I can either be robbing myself of something or making someone else miss out. Because
both.
Yeah. You just can't choose who you fall in love with. I don't want it to work that way anyway. I don't want to be like, I want to fall in love with that person because the pussy's good.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What? There's a lot of good pussy out there. Most pussies so pretty decent.
Okay, so this bitch
I
broke
come
you
every time.
bad. Okay, she fucked you
No,
up.
not she didn't.
No, not
She
Misty.
didn't. No,
The
I would
other
still.
one
Oh,
before that
okay.
that you had
Other episode I
your
talked about.
heart out to.
Yeah, she fucked it.
The one
Big
that you
time.
was ready to have kids with and marry
Yeah.
and everything.
Ready.
She fucked you up so bad.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, I'm never going to fall in love again.
I
ever.
could have been fixed easily though throughout the years, but I had a bad run since then.
What do you mean?
It's just everybody I met was like you said, they ghost you because there's always a reason. The ex came back around, or they got insecure, or they said they got scared and ran off. I hate when someone does that. I've had girls in my past that came through, and I could see myself with them, get excited, maybe tell my friends, maybe tell my mom even. Met somebody cool, and I feel like we got a lot of chemistry going on. This could go somewhere. And then I got to be that dumbass when they ask, have you heard from that girl? How's it going? I hadn't heard from her. Oh, how long's it been? It's been about 10 days. Guess she wasn't interested.
Okay.
Now when that fucking fades off.
Hold up.
You know what the ghoster
Pause.
does? They come
Pause.
back around 2 weeks later.
That's not a ghoster. A ghoster is someone that leaves and never comes back. Okay, pause. Okay. Now I remember. A ghost, being ghosted means you never hear or talk to that person ever again. Like you were dating them, you were with them, and all of a sudden, boom, they disappear and you no longer see or talk to them ever again.
Can be ghosting be on the back end where you've seen them for a while and then they disappear?
Yes. That's ghosting, but ghosted is completely gone.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two different phrases, two different meanings.
I wouldn't say that I've been ghosted a whole lot in my life. I've had either someone just disappear out of nowhere, or, for one, I got to bring her up. I got to bring this girl up.
I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Let's hear it.
I wouldn't date her, but I would want to date her. I can't trust her for the life of me. I don't talk to her anymore.
Okay.
Talked to her in 2 years.
Why can't you trust her?
Because she's fucking loose. She's a big flirt. She's a fucking huge flirt. Cutest little thing ever. Oh my God, I just at least wanted to fuck her once. I just wanted to know what it was like, you know what I mean? But almost happened, and she was attracted to me. I mean, she always went out of her way to flirt with me with her fucking man. When her man would go to the bathroom, she's...
So that's what you mean by loose, is she was flirting with you when she had another man?
Yeah. I knew why she was with Bun. Bun was a little Asian guy. He's real cocky. He was cocky to me, but always called me his boy. It took him a while to give her shit for acting the way she was towards me. And I just wouldn't want to be that guy that she was doing those things to if it was the other way around. I'd just be pissed. Mm. They would tell Bun, I go to this bar in Gahanna when I lived out here, the pub, not far from down
I don't know why we didn't run into each other sooner.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's not far from where we hung out. Down the street further towards 62.
Yeah, I know where the pub is. Go ahead.
So she became like my chick friend, and I always respect when dudes have a chick. A lot of times get jealous, insecure, whatever you want to call it. Fuck, that happened all the time. And I laugh every time. I'm just like, dude, if I wanted your girl, I could have had her way before you had her. We're very toxic with each other. She's biting my cock through my jeans.
Oh, my.
And giggling and playing around and biting again and puts her boob in my mouth, this, that, and the other. I'm like, oh my God, this is finally happening. And then she's following me to the house, and I'm like, what? To you and Bun's apartment? We can't do that. She pulls her shirt up again, shows me her titties, gets back in her fucking car, takes off, and expects me to follow her home so we can fuck at her house where her boyfriend's there. I'm like, this ain't gonna work out.
No.
I started thinking they were swingers there for a minute. I've had a few encounters. I could have sworn swingers were trying to get me somewhere and making it sound like it's a joke. Really? I think that's how swingers do it, to fill someone out. They'll make like small talk jokes.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. Follow all of Tara's social media, but going to Talking Taboo with Tara.com. Also subscribe to this podcast and our YouTube channel.